物語の続き、いつか聞かせて。さようなら。
予備プランを起動。
The quest starts with us heading to the port city of Gwiju. There we meet Yang Yang and Yohu, who are experts in antiques. Yang Yang tells us that Black Shores asked Midnight Ranger to keep an eye on the area around the port city of Gwiju. Hearing that, Yang Yang contacts Rover, hoping we might find some clues about our past connected to Black Shores. So we ask the Black Shores member nearby named Nia. She explains they are monitoring strange activity and detecting some weird frequencies that need to be brought to Black Shores. The port city of Gwiju was destroyed by a disaster called Lamen, and if those frequencies aren't dealt with, it could lead to another catastrophe. That's why members of the Black Shores Bloomberry's division were sent by their system, Tethys system, to handle the abnormal frequencies and prevent another disaster. But it turns out there's a disturbance at the coordinate they sense. Nia asks us to check it out and find out what's going on. When we get to the location of the strange frequencies, we find a lot of casualties. They're all part of Nia's team. Then, out of nowhere, a woman shows up. She recognizes Rover and says she's been waiting a long time to meet her. This woman, or rather they, claim to be the source of the gravity issues happening. Suddenly her voice changed and she introduced herself as Hoda. Hoda tells us what we're looking for is with Yohu. Then one of Yohu's antiques appear holding a certain frequency. Yohu says it seems to be from Black Shores. We continue investigating the situation, but we're attacked by a monster called Tashat Discord. Just in time, a woman appeared to protect us. She's the shorekeeper. The shorekeeper say to Rover, "Welcome home." Suddenly, we pass out and wake up on a beach called The Shores. Shorekeeper tells us that Rover has finally returned, and this beach is where her story both end and began with. She explains that wherever Rover goes, she's always be waiting for her on the Black Beach, which is Black Shores. And just like that, we arrive at Black Shores. There we meet Alto. He explains that the antique from earlier is a tool used to monitor Sentinel. It was also used to track the abnormal frequencies in port city of Gwiju. We head to the greenhouse to upload those frequencies to the Tethys system to prevent another Lamen from happening. The Tethys system is supercomputer that handles disaster calculation, warning, and solving all issues related to Lamen. For those of you who don't know, Lamen is the name for massive disaster that hit the world of Wuthering Wave. But it turns out the Tethys system is malfunctioning and it's messing up its calculation to prevent another Lamen. Then Hoda drops a bombshell. She says Rover used to be a member of Black Shores, even though Rover's info was only just input to the system. After uploading the abnormal frequencies, the Tethys system glitch or get corrupted. This corruption manifests as a red blocks that can damage and hurt people. Rover step up to fix it. During the cleanup, Rover sees memories of Black Shores past. Each time she cleans a pillar, memory of how Black Shores was founded and the member who fought against Lamens pops up. The final memories reveal how Rover was first found by Yang Yang and Chixia. Turns out Shorekeeper was there the whole time, watching over Rover. Shorekeeper says that wherever Rover goes, she can follow as far as she commands her to. She also promises that she'll always be by Rover's side. Then Hoda reappears and we find out she really was a member of Black Shores. But she died when the Lamen that destroyed port city of Gwiju hit 100 years ago. Then Shorekeeper shows up and welcomes Rover back home. She shares that long ago, Rover was the one who founded Black Shores on that island, and she was the one who helped her. Rover had even traveled beyond the borders of the world to different realms, but she doesn't remember any of that. Shorekeeper reveals that Rover hasn't just lost her memories. After Rover left the Black Shores, the TT system became the entity leading Black Shores. None of the current members know Rover, and that's exactly how she wanted. Black Shores is an organization and place that Rover built, so she created the TT system to handle things at Black Shores. Next, we dive deep into Black Shores to fix the TT system. Shorekeeper explains that TT system observes all the Lament disaster on planet Solaris 3 and converts the data into stars. Unused data turns into falling stars called necrostars, also known as black holes. The abnormal frequencies in Port City of Guizhou is the part of a necrostar. Our job is to retrieve the necrostar so Shorekeeper can fix the TT system and save the Black Shores. While searching for the necrostar, we find injured Black Shores member. Shorekeeper comforts him even though he can be saved. She explains that she learned from Rover how to interact with humans based on empathy. Later, we found out Shorekeeper plans to delete the corrupt data in TT system to resolve all the issues. Long story short, we dive deeper into TT system and find Shorekeeper's true form. Turns out she's the core of TT system. As we get closer, she suddenly shows us how terrifying the Lament disaster was, destroying everything. Then Rover managed to get the necrostar, and it's time to fix the TT system. When Rover places the necrostar, Shorekeeper's body awakens because the TT system no longer needs as much power from her with the necrostar in place. With it, we can simulate the Lament in Port of City of Guizhou and gather the data needed to solve the problem. In the simulation, we see that Port City of Guizhou used to be more super advanced, but Lament wiped it all out, leaving it in ruins with no civilization left. It turns out Hoda was one of the Black Shores member who died during the Lament in Port City of Guizhou. Back then, Black Shores sent a warning signal to save people, but the Lament arrived earlier than they calculated. The TT system used data from the Lament to prevent future one, but the problem is, it's using the souls and emotion of the Lament's victim in an inhuman way. The souls and emotion are called necrostar. Shorekeeper plans to replace the corrupted necrostar core that Tethys is using. Then Shorekeeper sacrificed herself to become the new core of TT system.
物語の続き、いつか聞かせて。さようなら。
予備プランは起動。
After that, the system functions normally again and all the corrupted data is fixed. But Rover and the other Black Shores member don't agree with Shorekeeper's sacrifice, and we all decide to save her. But since she's been pulled into black hole, we have to fight the TT system. We have to fight the TT system itself to rescue her. Rover enters the TT system, but it refused to release Shorekeeper because she's now the system's core. Removing her would cause massive damage. The TT system has been using human sacrifice data to predict and stop future Lament. Rover insists on changing the system, so no one has to be sacrificed, including Shorekeeper. When Rover pushes to change things, the system activates its defense program to stop her. Rover fights against the system defense and wins. But TT system is stubborn and insists the only way to fight Lament is to format Shorekeeper into the new core.
Shorekeeper. 初期化の進行 37%。 初期化の進行 62%。 初期化の進行 85%。 初期化完了。ショーキーパーが壊されます。それにより当システムは存在し続け、世界は悲鳴から守られます。
渡さない。絶対に。
Rover rushes to stop it, and with her determination and belief that no one should be sacrificed, she successfully saves Shorekeeper.
誰一人見捨てたりしない。この曲どこかで聞いた気がする。あなたが教えてくれたの。そう、ごめんね、思い出せなくて。教えてあげる。あの時あなたが教えてくれたように。
Shorekeeper explains that if she hadn't become the core, the system would have chosen Rover to be its new core. She sacrificed herself so Rover wouldn't be trapped, and she didn't want her journey to end. It turns out Rover left Black Shores to search for an alternative core for the Tete system, but she didn't want Shorekeeper to become it. Now Rover sees Shorekeeper not as a tool to be sacrificed, but as someone who deserves to be treated humanly. Rover symbolically welcomes Shorekeeper back to their home at Black Shores.
So ne, tadaima.
Then the Tete system's core is replaced with a special, calm, and harmonious frequencies that isn't powered by the soul and emotion of lament victims. Because of this, Shorekeeper is no longer trapped in the system and now has a free physical body. So that's pretty much the main story of the Black Shores' first quest. We fix the broken system and convince Shorekeeper that she's not just a tool to be sacrificed. What do you guys think about Wuthering Waves story, especially this quest? Leave a comment. If I missed anything or got something wrong, just let me know in the comment. See you in the next content. Ciao!